Excuse me, would you happen to know how to get to Miss Mayfield's room?
Yeah, dog. She in the top of the Murphy building across campus. You new here or something?
Yeah, I just moved here from New Jersey.
Ah, my uncle. He's from Jersey. He's been down here for a couple years now. Well, you should run along. Class is starting soon. Have fun with Miss Mayfield. I almost got a C in her class, but you should try it for yourself.
All right. Thanks.
No problem, dog. Have a good day.
Mr. Larissa, welcome. I am Mr. Maydag.
How did you... Well, never mind. Do you know where Miss Mayfield's room is?
It's up there. Have fun.
Okay.
Hey, are you okay? Need any help?
Yeah, that would be amazing. Thanks. It's a slope fields problem.
Yeah, I need hours for NHS anyways.
Given the differential equation dy over dx equals 2 to the x plus 5 natural log of y, draw and graph the respective slope field and approximate the value of y of 1.5 given y of 1 equals 3. Substituting in x and y values into the slope field equation, we can find a graph that looks approximately like this. Then, substituting in 1 and 3 at the dy over dx value, we can find that to be approximately equal to 7.493. Using our newfound slope, and using the point slope formula at 1, 3, we may use linear approximation to estimate the value of y at x equals 1.5. Substituting into the values of the point slope formula found above, we can find y of 1.5 to equal approximately 6.747.
Hey, what are you doing here?
Calm down, Johnny. I'm helping him with math.
He needs help on a slope field problem? And you're actually spending time with her? I better not see you in Mayfield's room again. Dude, scram. Yeah.
What is wrong, Daniel-san?
I can't study calculus. I'm never going to be able to make it into Miss Mayfield's room.
Who's stopping you?
This guy, Johnny, he knows more calculus than I do. He's just a big bully.
Calculus should never be used for tech, only for defense. Who's his teacher?
I think he studies at the Cobra Kai calculus dojo.
What is the point of calculus?
Pain, Sensei!
Why do we do calculus?
To eliminate the weak, Sensei!
Do we show mercy?
No!
Who are you, and what are you doing in my dojo?
I am Miyagi. I teach students. I ask for students to allow mine to return to Mayfield.
What? He can't teach himself?
Learning calculus should not be denied to anyone.
The boy must prove his worth to do calculus. Let him integrate.
Unfair. Not here on your grounds.
Then where?
Tournament.
I like the way you think, old man.
Are you crazy? I can't enter a tournament. I can barely add.
Trust me, we've got this.
So, what kind of calculus are you going to teach me first?
Your turn.
But what does this have to do with calculus?
Don't talk. Spray on, wipe off.
But
Do it.
okay, Mr. Miyagi, I did it. Every single window. I'm done.
Paint the walls.
Are you serious? I just did like 1,000 windows.
Do it.
I'm done painting every single wall. Now when are we actually going to learn some math? It seems like all so far I've been doing is your chores.
You are ready. Spray on, wipe cloth. Spray on, wipe cloth. Do you on, do you off? Do you on, do you off?
I'm doing it, Mr. Miyagi.
Ready for tournament you are, Daniel-san.
What is that, Mr. Miyagi?
It is a Lagrange error bound. It is a very difficult technique to master. No student has ever done it successfully on an AP exam.
Do you think I could learn how to do a Lagrange error bound?
With much concentration? Possibly. Let me show you. Approximate sine of 0.7 using a 5th degree Maclaurin polynomial, then find the Lagrange remainder. Using the series function for sine of x minus 1 over 3 factorial times x to the third plus 1 over 5 factorial times x to the fifth, and substituting in 0.7 we may approximate that to be 0.6442. Then, using the 5th degree remainder function f to the 6th of z times x minus c to the 6th over 6 factorial, and using the 6th derivative of sine of x, negative sine of x, we may find negative sine of z times 0.7 to the 6th over 6 factorial. The remainder of the 5th derivative of 0.7 is less than 1 times 0.7 to the 6th of 6 factorial, as it is a Maclaurin function. 0.7 to the 6th over 6 factorial equals 0.0001634.
So when you were younger, did you ever do calculus combat?
Many times.
So you know how the points work for this tournament, right?
No idea.
But I thought you said you did calculus combat before.
Never for points. Only for death.
If Daniel's level of training from the time he met Mr. Miyagi can be modeled from dy over dx equals e to the 2x, with y of 0 equals 0, and Johnny's level of training can be modeled by y equals 100 plus 3.4x, after how many days will they be equal in skill? Dy over dx equals e to the 2x, and dy equals e to the 2x dx. Taking the integral of both sides, we get y equals 1/2 e to the 2x plus c. Substituting in 0, 0 to the function, we find c equal to negative 1/2, and y equals 1/2 e to the 2x minus 1/2. Setting those equations equal to each other, we find 1/2 e to the 2x minus 1/2 equals 100 plus 3.4x, and x equals 2.695 days.
And now for the first round of the Greater Bull City Calculus Tournament. This matchup will see the Claw against newcomer Daniel Larisso. Now bow to your opponents. Get set. Calculus!
was easy.
And with that, Daniel LaRusso will advance to the next round.
That kid's made it all the way to the semifinals. I need him finished.
But since I can't, I'll be disqualified.
Sweep the finger.
And now we have the semifinals of the Greater Bull City Speed Calculus Tournament. We have the epic matchup between Wendell and Daniel LaRusso. Now, bow to your opponent. Get ready. Speed calc.
Ah, my finger! Mr. Miyagi, it hurts so bad! Ah!
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Put him in the hospital.
Mr. Miyagi, you gotta fix it.
I know a way. It is a very dangerous technique that no one understands, especially AP students. It is called the Taylor series polynomial.
I'll do anything to win this tournament. I gotta show Johnny that I'm good enough. Let's try it.
Alright.
Given f of x equals root x and c equals 5, find the third degree Taylor polynomial for f of x at c and approximate the value of root 13. F of x equals root x, f prime of x equals 1/2 x to the negative 1/2, f double prime of x equals negative 1/4 x to the negative 3/2, and f triple prime of x equals 3/8 x to the negative 5/2. F of 5 equals root 5, f prime of 5 equals 1 over 2 root 5, f double prime of 5 equals negative 1 over 4/5 to the negative 3/2, and f triple prime of 5 equals 3/8 5 to the negative 5/2. Substituting in the aforementioned values in the Taylor polynomial function, we may approximate it to be about this. And simplifying, we find it to be root 5 plus 1 over 2 root 5 x minus 5 minus 1 over 8 5 to the negative 3/2 times x minus 5 squared plus 3 over 54 times 5 to the negative 5/2 x minus 5 to the third. Root x equals root 13, so x equals 13, and we may find the approximate value of root 13 by substituting in 13 for the Taylor polynomial function, giving us an approximate value of root 13 as root 5 plus 4 over root 5 minus 8 over 5 to the 3/2 plus 256 over 9 times 5 to the 5/2.
And surprisingly, Daniel LaRusso is returning to the competition.
You're dead meat, LaRusso. I'm going to destroy you.
I'd like to see you try.
And now, the final matchup of this tournament. Whoever can solve this next problem will be our champion. And the final problem is, calculate the Lagrange error bounds. The winner of the Greater Bull City Calculus Tournament is Daniel LaRusso.
No! The Greater Bull City Speed Calculus Tournament. We have the epic matchup between Wendell and Daniel LaRusso. And now, for the semifinals of the Greater Speed Calculus... Oh. Ah!
That's what I got.
3, 2.
I've been recording for like 6 seconds.
Oh.
Tell us when you're gonna start.
Just go.
What is wrong, Daniel-san?
I can't study calculus. I'm never going to be able to make it into Mayfield's room.
I thought we were walking.
Oh, I didn't know we were walking.
That kid's made it all the way to the semifinals. I need him finished.
But Sensei, what do you mean?
Sweep the finger. Sweep the finger. That kid's made it all the way to the semifinals. I need him.